welcome to today's collective general reading. As always, you are encouraged to... That is the wrong intro. What is this intro? What do I say at the beginning when I speak to you? It is as always. The second guessing on this is crazy. As always, use your discernment, drawing with intention, and allow the message to be received with an open heart. A quantum reminder, we are speaking through symbol and story here. So please do not rely on tarot readings for factual evidence. I'm always going to encourage you to do your own research, especially when engaging with strangers on the internet. Now, I am packing up the previous two readings that I just did with the damn Seven of Swords every time, always at the core. And usually when it's a bigger reading like this and there's a few decage going on, something else comes out. Something always comes out. And so I'm trying to get into the habit of, and I will be here when that happens. Yeah, getting this. So if you haven't watched the previous two readings, this may not make too much sense. And also, if you find this and it makes sense with you, fantastic. Beautiful. This infinity. Starting from Sri Yantra. Yeah, I need to look into that. Starting from, I wanted to say the get, like starting from the get. But what's coming to me is a get. Agate. There may be something with an agate crystal for you. Actually, I have the, you know what? This back when I started reading cards about 1.5 years ago, I was like, I don't really know much about crystals either, but yeah. Leaf, you flutterfly very suddenly, skirting off of icy snow, but as soon as I step onto that snow, I know that it will no longer be icy because the ice is not yet too dense for it to become a path. So this might just be a channeling bit. Who knows? This might just go on Substack because sometimes I'm like, it's so specifically different. Yeah, I just heard the heat kick, so that's something. My cards moved. Why is this one different? There are a few that are different. Can you see that? Who's that? Why are you so different? Ever ask yourself that? Rutilated quartz, angel hair, the crystal for vibrational healing. I'm going to read this out, so this may be a message for someone. It connects with spirit, energy integration, vibration high. A perfect balance of cosmic light and grounded energy. Rutilated quartz illuminates the soul, promoting spiritual growth. It draws off karmic dis-ease and reframes events still affecting the present. The crystal assists out-of-body journeying, scrying and channeling, contacting spiritual guidance. Its rutile content draws off negative energy, releasing the past and cleansing the aura. Protecting against psychic attack and ideal for therapists or counselors, rutilated quartz filters negative energy from a client, supporting their energy field during emotional release and confrontations with darker aspects of the psyche. Body, impotence, infertility, respiratory tract, bronchitis, cellular repair. Mind, soothes bad moods, overcomes depression, fears, phobias, and anxiety. Colorless or smoky with brown, red, or black strands. Long, thin threads in clear crystal. So this may be a message for someone. I was connecting with the out-of-body journaling, out-of-body journeying, scrying, and channeling. Something about a new method of divination is asking to be acquired. Interesting. Yeah, and you know me, or you don't. Hello. I've been spiritually here my whole life, but never really talked about it with people because at a young age I learned you shouldn't talk about that. And so I didn't. And now it's kind of like having access to reading materials and content and intentional teachings and creations. Just realized that this totally reminds me of a Merkaba when it's intersecting. New paths to what you already know, but there is also what is lost in translation. So if you haven't seen the previous two readings, talking, it would. Coagulation. Ooh. I know you see me standing here. Like, I'm seeing these gold bits. And gold had popped out previous in the reading. And that was a question of, when did this gold appear? When was it placed? And I'm hearing it's not you placing yourself. You were placed. Your influence or decision on that, it's not for me to note. It's not for me to note, but it's spelled KNOW something like that. Let's see. Coagulation and rotation. And again, the similarity, because they're both inside this little hex inside of a circle. Whereas the spider is weaving its web outside of itself, this I feel is magnetizing. So I am getting divine masculine, divine feminine. What are you attracting? You already have these gold nuggets within. Kat, if you come in, I just know she's been too bad lately. She's been so bad. And I have glass that she can't knock over, and there's flames. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. Oh, well, wouldn't it be the shape we have? 43, 7, yes, but 34 shows up a lot for me, also in connection with Celine. I'll get to that, but that feels like an attempt. A sloppy try is how it's coming through. Some sort of connection between rotation to coagulation. Something connecting your divine feminine through masculine. Wow, we just had this reading in the previous video, but there was one very similar to this, but this feels like a more evolved transmutation. And this coming through dodecahedron that I'm getting is just one side short of the 6. Right? This is a 6-sided object. This is a 5-sided. Well, it has more than 5 sides, but you know what I mean. It's my 3rd video in a row, so I'm going to lose some of the the nuancing language. What I'm getting is don't get ahead of yourself, because you're still gathering your 6s, right? You're gathering that 6 of sword energy has been coming up a lot. Hello to 7. But this was part of the channeled message from a couple days ago on this. That is, we are clarifying 7, going back to 6. Through 6 of swords energy, here is the Fool after death of occurrence of, and then it stopped. But don't try and build a dodecahedron out of your hexagon, is what I'm getting. Because here you may think that, and this goes back to being something in between names. You may think that, well, I am a hexagon. I can look and see the dodecahedron and I can configure enough to put something together. I think I could make a similar shape with the hexagon, but the idea is that you're getting ahead of yourself. Antakarana. Now, this is an ancient symbol, and it's the connection, I believe, between the crown chakra to source. It's that moment of tuning in. And so for me, this connects back with 3 of Cups energy, that divine connection with spirit, which did come through in the last reading after I'd said it. And so this coming over here with the rutilated quartz and discernment, spirit is saying, talk to me. Speak to me. I cannot speak to you if you do not call out. We have the World and then the 7 of Pentacles. You might see everything that you want and get, as that doesn't want to shuffle in. Upset that you don't yet have what it is that you've set your sights to. And it's taking more work, but it's not about it being work. It's about speaking to, through yourself, and finding the portal. I'm now seeing this moon here as a portal between your divine masculine and your divine feminine. Finding the portal for that 44 transmutation. Again, it is already within you. Ice on bottom with snow. 33 and 34. So what I'm, so funny, interesting. What I'm getting is that it will all appear in order as needed. But the universe, source, spirit, whatever words, whatever beliefs for you, is not going to draw you a roadmap and tell you what you're going to see along the way. It's not going to send you a video that's a recording outside the passenger window so you know what life will look like. We have 36, wildness, electricity, 20, endurance, rock. Again, there's this gold breakthrough, this illumination, and I'm getting this needs to be your foundation. This is what connects you. Is actually being in tune with your gifts, your skills, your preference, your desire. Who's this? Holy, haven't had this. 14, the soul, passion. There was just something in shuffling that card just hit and wanted to come through. I'm gonna read this. 14, so we're 5. The soul. What is the spark that lights you up? The divine lives within you. Consider your motivations carefully. Know where your resistance lies. We all have more than one purpose in life, and having a passion makes us feel more alive. Word of power, psyche. Ancient Greek, soul, mind, spirit. The idea that passion lives within your heart or soul is both an ancient and common one. To put your heart into an activity means to dedicate yourself completely or to make a great effort. To live your passion means your soul is expressing itself through someone or something. The Greek word charisma means gift of grace. In ancient Greek, it meant literally a gift shining through. A gift shining through. Passionate people are easy to identify. They are focused, action-oriented, and propelled by their intensity. The friend that cannot stop talking about their new love interest, the teacher who lights up when they are teaching their subject, the scientist who stays up night after night happily working on the research, all are examples of passion in action. Whether or not you believe in the concept of the soul, it is hard to not believe in purposeful passion. We do not need a spiritual framework to see the good being engaged when we try to attain something we want or believe we can do. Element, fire. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Oof. Little jump down with justice there. So I am getting that repeated message of it is time. This is your time. This came through a few months ago. You are the chosen one when you choose yourself. You are chosen when you choose yourself. Now, you may feel that you have this passion and it's disconnected. It's on its own. You don't know how that wants to exist in the world. How it wants to be born, how it wants to see. This being an eye, and I'm seeing the earth in the eye. And we, as creatures on earth, are in the eye of the storm. Okay, can't show all of this, but we have death. And then we had Wayne come in. Yeah, there's 2 cards in this deck. There's Wax and there's Wayne. And Wayne is the tide going out. That's not where that wants to be positioned. We have the sun, but this is not where this wants to go. What is this ending? Can we get some clarity on this death and Wayne? Thank you. We have the 6 of Coins and Knight of Cups. It's gotten dark as I've been recording. Nothing is wanting to go near that passion. I'm just hearing, I'll do it. together. With this 9 of Cups and this 6 of Coins, I'm getting, you feel like you will get everything you want only if you give. And not in terms of like a natural relational give and take. You feel you need to give of yourself so you are in line for receiving. That's not how that works either. The yellow butterflies are catching my eye here. Tuning back in with the solar plexus. So the message I'm getting is working. Yeah, we have 4, can't draw any of these. 4 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Sun. When you stop trying to force everything to fit and you stop grasping onto what it is you are scared to let go and you just be, that is when you shine. What you need to let go of. Number 3, Soulkin, but I'm seeing this as repetition. What you need to let go of is doing everything the exact same way you always have. And through this change, mountain messengers, and icosahedron. So what I'm getting with this, where we had the hexagon and the dodecahedron, and the heat clicks on, the answer is and will exist in present form as you near it. And this will reveal a new shape. Here we have, this is based off of the triangle. And this was showing up for me for a few months there. So there is a chance you may start seeing triangles with dots in the center. This is going back to the gold at the core of that white rose in the first of this reading. This is the third. What is your passion? Not what are you supposed to do? What are you good at? What do I want to do maybe if I consider X, Y, and Z? No. What is your passion? And I want to say start there, but I don't mean start unraveling it. Just find that. Source that. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. If this resonated with you, you found it interesting, you can like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to hear from me more often. And in the description, you will find a link to my Substack, which hosts the 444 Collective, Ace of Swords, which is a virtual ecosystem where we can kind of go into these things in a little more detail. I just wanted to get that Ace of Swords at the bottom of you already know what it is. So this is not something that you're going to discover a new passion. You're going to uncover what is already there. So stay tuned.